We are at Six Flags Over Georgia for Holiday in the Park, and today's the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and I have no clue if anybody's gonna be here or not, so we'll see how it goes.
Alright, so we just entered the park, and I don't know if you can really see it. It's snowing bubbles. Hold on. It's snowing bubbles. It's so festive. Wow, look at that. Snow in 50-degree weather. It's snowing. Snowing bubbles. So normally I'd be going straight to either Goliath or Twisted Cyclone, but we came on Wednesday, and so we were here for a couple hours on Wednesday. We got here kind of late, and I got a couple rides in. So I got Goliath and Twisted Cyclone in already. So I'm not going to go to them first. I'll go to them later. I'm going to actually go to Mindbender first because I've heard a lot about that and I'm excited. So yeah, and normally I would be saying stop premature Christmas, but it's the day after Thanksgiving, so it's no longer premature. But here you go, there's a Christmas tree. Christmas spirit is now in full swing. You got Goliath back there. Yeah.
When you're in a place where it doesn't snow very often, so you have to use bubbles. Yeah. Currently preparing to open, there's about 5 minutes left, and they're testing Goliath. Also, Georgia Scorch is running because it's right here, and I guess they open it early. I don't really know. I didn't pay attention. But yeah, so they're still testing Goliath, still testing Twisted Cyclone. But we got 5 minutes to opening, and we're on our way to Mindbender. Hoping for the GP to pull through, and I'll go to Goliath so I can get to Mindbender. That's what I'm hoping for here. You think it'll happen? Probably not. Okay, we made it all the way to Mindbender, and there are some GP going in there, but like, hardly anybody compared to the people on Goliath. We got Batman the ride over here, but we are going to Mindbender. Here we go.
So first impressions of Mindbender, that was insane. You can see there's like nobody in line. So we actually got on multiple times without even having to get out of the car. So that was nuts. No, my friend John Mike told me that to sit in the back row and expect ejector airtime, and oh my gosh, that delivered. Also the G's, since it's a Schwarzkopf and it's got those circular loops, oh, those G's were awesome. I loved it. So, I mean, is it my favorite in the park? Probably not. They have a Hyper and an RMC, but that was probably number 3 for me in the park. I really like that. So now I think we're gonna go ride Batman the Ride, which is another clone. It's actually only my second clone since I rode the first one back Six Flags Great Adventure at Fright Fest. That was actually my first Batman clone, and this is only my second Six Flags park. But yeah, we're on our way to do that now, and I'll update you on that. Also, probably later sometime in this video, I'll give you my first impressions of Goliath and Twisted Cyclone, since I was here Wednesday and didn't record anything. So I'll give you those later, probably when I ride them.
So we're here at Batman the Ride. Originally, it was closed, like literally 2 minutes ago. And I went to the bathroom, came back out, and it's open. So we're still gonna go ride. I was gonna make a video saying, hey, we'll come back to this later today, but it is open indeed. So you're gonna go ride. I usually like these inverts. You know, I'm a spoiled guy. I got to ride both sides of Dragon Challenge before they tore that out, and I like Raptor at Cedar Point. But you know, having only ridden one of these, almost 2, I like these too. So we'll see if they get burnt out for me as I go to more Six Flags parks. Who knows?
So getting off of that, first of all, I have to say everything here today is a walk-on. Does not surprise me. It's Black Friday, so everything here is a complete walk-on. We rode that 3 times without having to even get off the train, so that was cool. As far as the ride goes, there is a slight rattle. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's just that little bit of B&M rattle. I did gray out a couple times throughout the times that I rode it. I think I like once or twice, I think. I don't I wasn't paying attention that much, but I would think I like it a little bit more than the one at Great America. I don't recall graying out at all on that one. So I thought it was very intense, very fun, and I enjoyed it. So I think next we're probably going to Superman Ultimate Flight, and unfortunately a couple of coasters are closed today. They are closed for the season. Blue Hawk and what's the other one? Oh, the Great American Scream Machine are both closed due to, or just for the rest of the season. So Unfortunately, I won't be getting those credits on this trip, but I have 2 more to get today. The Mine Train and Superman Ultimate Flight. So I think we'll probably go to Superman Ultimate Flight and then maybe like Acrophobia or something. We'll see.
This might be stealing from Holiday World. I get it that this is seasonal and theirs is all year round, but no thank you. Holiday World gets to keep that since they're spending $5 million on it. So yeah, Joker Funhouse is stuck. It's pretty fun, if you ask me. And I really don't know what's up here. I haven't been here before. Alright, so we are taking a quick pit stop at the Mine Train, considering the fact that it's on the way to Superman. I guess. I don't really know. I haven't been here. We're walking towards Superman, so yeah, we're gonna take a break, get the credit, because I don't really think that I'm gonna want to ride this multiple times in a row or again. So we'll see. I mean, it might be better than I think it is. I'm not saying it'll be terrible. I'm just saying I don't know how much I want to ride this over, Goliath and Twisted Cyclone. So here we go. So far, the longest line of the day is the Mine Train, and you can see how full it is in here. Longest line, Mine Train. So it turns out I'm really dumb, and the Mine Train isn't on the way to Superman, but I figured it out, so I know where I'm going. Glad I had a GP moment. Hate myself. Would you just look at that beautiful pretzel loop right there. That is gorgeous. I'm ready to ride that. So I actually enjoyed that a little bit better than the one that's at Great America. I actually rode this one in the daylight. At Great America, we only rode it when it was dark. So I don't know if that changed anything. I don't think it probably did. But I think that the G's were a lot better. I grayed out big time on the pretzel loop. I really enjoyed that. I just felt like it was more forceful, more fun, more smooth. So yeah, and I guess we're doing, I don't know. I'll update you as we go. It's kind of raining right now, so we'll see what happens. Blue Hawk is closed. I can't ride an Aero Looper. The only reason I'm actually sad is because I'm not getting 2 credits. But, it's fine. Whatever. Just to clarify, those 2 credits being the Great American Scream Machine and Blue Hawk, because they're both closed for the season. But it's fine, it's whatever. I'll be back sometime. So, turns out the Joker Funhouse coaster valleyed, apparently. I didn't realize it, but now they're towing it up, so that's interesting. I mean, it is a cold day and it's raining, so, understandable, but interesting. So we're eating at one of the food places here. It's actually the Mrs. Claus place that I joked about earlier. I'm not sure what it's called all year round actually, but I kind of in between area. We're kind of close to where the Justice League friends are or whatever. And I got this chili bowl, and it looks really, really good actually. So I'm excited to eat this, and get back to rides obviously, but I'm ready to eat this. So as you can probably tell, it's gotten a little bit colder and it's been raining some, but now we're going over to Twisted Cyclone. I'm gonna start marathoning this because I rode it last night, and I'll just pretend like this is my first time on it, and when I get off, I'll give you my impressions of it. So, also, I'm wearing 3 layers, so I'm not cold anymore. All right, so I just got off my first ride on Twisted Cyclone for today, and my conclusion is still the same. It's amazing. I love it. Definitely my number 1 in the park, 100%. My second favorite RMC, and it ranks pretty high on my list of favorite roller coasters overall. So the only RMC that beats it is Steel Vengeance, which is my favorite coaster. It's very, Storm Chaser's very close to it, but I like this just a little bit better. It's got insane, airtime, ejector elements, the way, the wave turn and everything. Also, the ejector airtime before you even get on the lift hill is awesome. I love that part. I really, really enjoy this ride. So I'm gonna be marathoning this quite a bit. There's no line, and you guys already saw that there's no line on anything today. So I am about to, marathon Twisted Cyclone. So we'll see how many rides I get today. I'll let you know.
with all of this excitement and enjoyment of riding all the coasters, I have not yet ridden Acrophobia. So guess what we're doing? That's right, we're riding Acrophobia. So heard some good things, let's see. That was the most insane drop tower that I have ever been on, ever experienced. It was crazy. I don't even know. I don't get scared of rides, obviously. I was a little bit nervous on that, like, not gonna lie. It gave me a little bit of acrophobia on Acrophobia. But yeah, no, I really loved it. The drop was amazing. You're just up there, you're spinning, and you don't know when you're gonna fall. So it is really fun. But one thing I will say is it did kind of hurt down in the crotch area. Like, I kind of expected that for Georgia Scorcher, which I rode Georgia Scorcher on Wednesday, and it did not really hurt. I actually really enjoyed that ride. And that's actually where I'm going right now. So, but yeah, Acrophobia, very good. Georgia Scorcher I also enjoy for a stand-up, so yeah. There's another shutdown at Georgia Scorcher, which, not another for Georgia Scorcher, but another for the day. So that's honestly a lot of rides going down today, but you know, it's rainy, it's cold, you never know what's gonna happen. So going to Goliath now instead, and I'll ride that and I'll give my impressions as if it was my first time, since I didn't record on Wednesday. All right, so I just had an experience with Goliath. So I'm gonna sit down. So originally I was going to complain that a lady, one of the ride ops, came and asked me to sit all the way back and stapled me. I was gonna complain about that because, you know, I'm a pesky, picky coaster enthusiast and I don't like to get stapled. But she at least did her job, because the next time I came back around, I sat on the other side, still the back row, the other side, so it was the other ride op that was checking us. And she goes down all the rows and she checks every row in front of me. And when she gets to me, she sees that my lap bar's down, and I went ahead and put the lap bar down next to me. There was nobody there. My dad was 3 seats over and there was just the two of us. And she turns around and looks at her phone instead of, you know, checking my restraint, checking this restraint next to me. I know there was nobody there, and I know that, like, I mean, personally, I knew I was okay, but that's not okay to do if you're a ride op. You can't just not check somebody. That's not okay. So Six Flags Over Georgia, make sure your employees know, because that's not all right. And okay, so anyway, after that, Goliath is an awesome ride. It's actually my personal favorite B&M Hyper. I haven't ridden that many, just Raging Bull and Diamondback. I do like it slightly better than Diamondback. The Helix in the middle, that gives a lot of positive G's, and I love it. And I've grayed out once or twice on it. Not like consistently, but I have a couple times. And actually at the end you actually get ejector airtime, which I was told that I was gonna get that by my pal. But I almost didn't believe him, but I believed him enough. And then I experienced it. I was like, whoa, okay, this is legit. So yeah, so now I guess, I don't know, we'll see what I'm doing. I'm marathoning both Goliath and Twisted Cyclone back and forth, so yeah. All right, so I'm coming back to ride Daredevil. Coming back to ride that again. I call this the library coaster because once it gets off that lift hill, it's super smooth and it doesn't make a sound. So you can put this in your local library, assuming you don't have the lift hill in there, but you literally can't hear it. It's insane. And it's also a really good ride. My favorite, it's my current favorite Gerstlauer Eurofighter, but I've only ridden 3, so. All right, we'll see. There it goes. No sound. All right, so I admit you don't get the full effect unless you're on the ride, but I'm not a guy that likes to yell a lot. My dad doesn't yell on roller coasters or anything. And we've gotten a bunch of rides where you can hear absolutely nothing from the roller coaster, and we're not making sound, so it's just completely silent. And the brakes are the funniest part. The brakes, you slow down. I mean, I get brakes don't always make sound, but it's funny. Just I love how nothing but the lift hill makes noise. It's great. So we're on our way over to ride Goliath again, and we're gonna ride Georgia Scorcher on the way. Because that's the only coaster I've only ridden once, and I actually liked it, so I'm gonna ride it again. So I would say that Georgia Scorcher overall is probably a pretty good stand-up coaster. I enjoyed it. It impressed me, honestly. It has a lot of G's, which I really like. Also, another one got me a gray out, but like not quite as much. It didn't hurt like I expected to, but I've also heard that it's one of the better ones. So I would say it's definitely recommended. I've also heard rumors that it might be turning into a floorless. I'm not sure on that. I've just heard some things. So we'll see what happens there. But personally right now, I think it's pretty good. It's not very rattly. Actually, Goliath had a little bit more of a rattle to it than Georgia Scorcher. So yeah. All right, so yet another Six Flags story. So we were in line for Mindbender, and we were actually getting on the train, and a couple, like a group of 3 came. So it was a mom, dad, and a little boy. The little boy, he could have been tall enough, I don't know, but he was definitely very questionable on whether he was tall enough. Somebody who should have been measured. So the ride op says, "Hey, I need to measure you before you get on," but she didn't say it loud enough to where they could hear her. So they went ahead and get on. She doesn't measure him, clicks him in, and we go for the ride. Now, like I said, I don't know if he was tall enough or not. It was borderline, but it should have been checked. And she even tried to like hold it up, like behind my dad. Tried to hold it up and look to see if he was taller than it or not. I'm like, that's not how that works. You can't, that's not okay. But, so at this point we're basically just repeating rides, getting in a bunch of different rides and things. I'm setting up my top 10 list for this park. So I think I'm gonna sign off for this one now though. So hopefully you enjoyed this park vlog, Holiday in the Park at Six Flags Over Georgia. And it's been Coaster Focus, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.